Hi there, y'all. I'm hanging out today. I was going to make this just about the angel bags that I'm working on. And this is just one element in there. And it feels like crafting because when you're putting together a package, sometimes it's just as much fun gathering the supplies for it. And so this package is inspired by two different folks. One is a artist who created this really cool altered paintbrush, and one is Donna Jenkins, who donated 10 paintbrushes. So it just works out that those two inspired me. Well, I don't know if you saw the video of this, but all the artists are going to be getting these Dreamcatcher kits. And I thought, how cool would it be to give the angel bags something fun to like a choice? Like you can either do it this way where you have imagine you actually want to use your paintbrush instead of painting on the paintbrush, and this is where you could dangle your dream catcher that you've made. So I want to give them the supplies to make this, and just in case they want to give them some of the supplies and what the artist used to make hers, which she said the way her dress was made was done with white flower petals. So I have this on my desk. And this is a Prima doll head, so I'll not be providing this, but if they have these, cool. If they don't have these, they might have something like this, but I'll not be putting these into the kit because I only have 6. Otherwise, this is from my personal stash. If I had 10, I would certainly give them, one head to each person. That sounds funny, doesn't it? But anyway, what I'm going to do is just start putting the kit together so you guys can kind of see that, when you see a kit, you think, oh, well, look at this item and this item and this item. The total of these items, really doesn't amount to all that much. But there is a lot of time that actually goes into the thinking process of what fits into the kits. What are you working on today, Jean Peter?
Well, I've got packages to mail out, and I was closing them, but that's it so far. I'm going to go into the other room, I think, and find something fun to do.
Oh, well, that sounds like fun.
Yeah. I don't want to distract him from his homework, so I'm going to probably go blank for just a minute until I get in there.
Well, just make yourself back to shared screen. I'll just go big screen.
Yeah, I know how to do it. I can be bossy,
Well, this kit was inspired by Donna Little and created by Gail, if you didn't see that video. And so I don't have all these supplies to give to the angel bags, but what I'm going to do is use this idea and the other idea to create the little baggies so they have a choice. And so first things first, look at how cool these little doilies are. I bought a bunch of crocheted items and doilies and different things from Donna Little. And I chose out of the stash a few things, 10 of each. I kind of did some pre-work. I chose a few items out of that stash. I picked up these flowers out of my stash because I happen to have 10 of those. I picked up 10 buttons out of my stash that are little wooden buttons just because I think it ties out nicely. And they can do it however they want. And I'm not going to be actually creating the craft. I'm just going to figure out how I want to package it so it's pretty and split it evenly. Now, for my own stash, I don't know if you guys have ever seen these ones, but this is a Tim Holtzy looking jelly roll. And I'm telling you, it does look like Tim Holtz fabric, doesn't it? It's just gorgeous. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit of my stash with them, and I'll pick out the fabrics that feel good that'll go with it. And that's if they just want to alter it differently. You never know how they're going to want to alter the paintbrush. And so I don't know. We'll find something in there. I'm just sharing with you guys all the possibles. Let me see. So let's move the paintbrushes aside. Well, actually, before I do that, let's just see. Yeah, that's really pretty. So even if they just wanted to glue it on, it's a good start. That's a good base for the paintbrush. So that's That's the plan. And I don't like how the packaging looks. So I'm deciding if I want to just cover the packaging with the Hardest paintbrush doll. Wouldn't that be cute? I mean, that would be cute if I just cut out the doll 10 times. I mean, we only have 10 people or 11 people who subscribe to the Angel Bags, but I only have 10 paintbrushes. So 10 of the 11 people will get one. And so let me set this aside. We'll pull those doilies out in a second. I thought a little bling is always good, so I pulled this. I think I can split that out in 10 pieces pretty well. I just bumped the camera. So that goes off to the side. Inside of Donna Little's stuff, she also had these bits. Oh my gosh, look how heavenly these bits are. So I'm going to pull out 10 of these bits just because bits in layers look good. But oh, look at that. Isn't that great? Now, even on anything. Oh, let's pick something with more. There, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Everything looks better layered in my head. Now, I have a piece of broken jewelry that is something I bought at an antique store. Again, you know, for the Angel Bags, I like to use a lot of the stuff from my stash. So this one, like that. And you can see that it's damaged, which is no big deal because I think I can just separate them and divide however many I can give the folks a little piece that they can make into the center. So what I should have grabbed is some giant nutcrackers, the wire cutters, to pull that off. So it becomes, although I don't know, let me think of how to take these apart. I might actually have to get my jewelry tools for that. So I'm just taking you through what all the products are that I'm putting in there. And by the way, one of the Hardests made these, and I just wanted to share them. Aren't they fabulous? Oh my gosh. Let me see what's on the back. On the back, it just says thanks. And so I give these kinds of things out when people sponsor shipping, you know, the ATC stuff and the pretty little paper clips. But this month, I think the people who purchase the Angel Bags should get one. So let's see if I have 10 of these. And like I said, one person is not going to be getting it. I'm mailing only 10 of the 11 bags. Jean Peters mailing 1 this month of the Angel Bags. That's 8, 9, 10. So I appreciate that, Jean Peters. She's on me. Oh, nope, she's not. You're back.
I'm back.
We missed you. All right, so I have.
Yeah, you didn't even know I was gone. I heard the whole thing. You could have talked about me, but I would have heard you.
Oh, you know, I never get to say hi to everybody in the box. So give me a second. I get to do my howdy doody time and say hi to everyone. So hi there to Deborah and Mary and Tammy and Lynn and Angela and anyone else who comes in after the fact. Hello to you, because I'm not going to remember to say hi later. It's just, that's the way it goes. So that's going to go there for safety. We'll pull these little things away. Okay, so another thought was, if they're collagers, I just love map pages. So look at these map pages. Aren't they amazing? Let me take my things off the table so I can make sure here. Let me do this a little bit better. But look at this. Isn't it great? So I'm going to put a little bit of this in the bag. I'll cut that apart. And when I say in the bag, I mean one of these little guys. And this paper is Graphic 45, and everybody loves a little bit of that. And so when I saw the color on this map page, which I won't have 10 of that color, but it still has some great colors that match with the Graphic 45 paper. Let me see if I can show you that. So I figure I'll take my map page. Gosh, it just looks like it ties out with this map page. And find a way to cut this into 10 nice pieces. So 5 per page. I'll do some math on that. You guys don't have to worry about the math on that. And then I'll cut 5 per 12 by, oh, I don't have to. I'll cut 4 per 12 by 12, which is a piece of cake on that. and have that go in there. That way they can have some paper if they want to. It's hard to collage paper this thick, but they can use it for something else if they want. And just so you guys know, let me do just a little run through of some of the stuff I've already gathered that goes into the angel bag this month. Oh my gosh, I have it organized, and it's so organized it's hard to pull out. So hold your britches. Okay. So I have this little thing that they can fold up and use as a template to make 7 inches by 1 inch, I think is how that goes, when it folds into a little box. So this will make a box that's 7 inches by 1 inch. And then what it's meant to hold, which they can make it out of whatever they want to make it out of, is I'm going to give them some monotone colored pencils and put a little challenge to them to do a whole art page with just the colored pencils. I don't have that with me upstairs. I have that actually in the RV, which is where I do the packaging. Okay, and each one of them is going to get one of these hard pages out of the Fairyopolis book, which each one is a little bit different. And then this is an envelope filled with yummies, including a doily that's already in there. Let me just show you the yummies that are in here, because this month is kind of junk journal month. Or paper month, I guess I would call it, because papers can be used for everything. I do, while I have this out, want to swap these out for, well, I guess I don't need to swap them out. I can just put 2 in each one. So I'll do that. I'll do that later. But essentially, I did a little video the other day of, right here, aren't they cute? I cut a little piece off of the ones I made the other day. Oh, lighting, lighting, lighting. There we go. Of pretty little reinforcements. And then I gave them some blank reinforcements on some painting paper envelopes that were donated a long time ago and have been set in the stash. Then there's more blank reinforcements in this painting paper envelope. So they'll get 2 of those. And then the video link of how to do their painting reinforcements, or however they want to do it. I know that we have an angel who does it like painting paper style, which is cute too. And so this person, let me not separate that one out so it doesn't get separated on accident. And then there's just one of those little cards, playing card. These are these things right here. I was going through my own personal stash when I was little, and this is actually from my personal stash. And so there's just bits from my personal stash. Then there's this cute little envelope, couple of these, some tags. Now this music note stuff is amazing. This was purchased, again, Donna Little. So obviously I did some of that. These pocket things were donated eons ago, and I haven't dished them out because I didn't have enough for every artist to get one, and I like to do the whole fair thing on something that cute. I just think this is adorable or inspiring because you can layer it up all cute. I was even looking at it with the paintbrush earlier going, gosh, wouldn't that be adorable on a paintbrush if somebody did a pocket brush? But anyway, so that was the thought there. And then just a few of these little statement pages. So that's the junk journal-y stuff in the envelope.
Aren't they fun, Mary? I started a project and then I realized I think I want all colors. So I'm pulling out all the colors I have.
That is so beautiful.
Whole Amy's paper book, I think.
Amy and Hags Hollow, there are some ideas we have in the future with the foundation and her, so I can't wait to let the secret out of the bag one day, but not yet. Each one of the paper kits that I have here is going to have a whole bunch of the black and white paper. Each one has some dress-up doll kind of stuff that's hardcore, excuse my language, but it's not made for children, badass women in paper doll form. because this month I just feel like we need to respect the badass women that are out there. You know? Now in junk journal form, everyone's going to be just a little bit different, but bright colored. School season just started, and so because of that, I just wanted it to feel all bright and cheery and feel like, I don't know, the school bus was pulling at my fingers a little bit when I was putting these ones together. And so you can see all different kinds of things, like even this one looks like school paper. And so I thought if they wanted to make a junk journal that gave you a feeling of going back to school, that it would be like that. Now I can stack them all back up. And even if it's not a junk journal, they can do it in layering or however they feel like it, right? So that's what they have so far, plus some other stuff I've set aside in the bags. And I do take a lot of time in choosing what goes in there. Oh my gosh, now I got to get back in there. But this is one of my favorites. I think this painted paintbrush thing is going to be cute. All right, so first off, question to all of you. Yeah, I'm not sharing that secret yet. We're waiting until all the bugs are ironed out. All right. We said we could cut this into 4 pieces. So I'm going to do that first since I'm thinking about it. And so now
I don't even know the secret, Mary.
No, Jean Peter doesn't even know the secret.
I can guess because I've talked to her about another secret, so maybe. But
I don't think so. All right, so 12 by 12 paper. If I want to cut it into 4 pieces, then I want it 6 inches by 6. Oh, that doesn't really fit in here. How big is this? Let me see this little envelope. I'll give it some space. Let's do it at 4.5 inches. So we'll have some scraps. I think it's okay if we have scraps, though. Inches. All right, these are the scraps. I do have scraps drawer right next to where I do my cutting. All right, so this gives me, I've already forgotten, guys. That's how my brain works. This will give me 12 pieces. And I do want it to go to about 6. So if that's 5.5, then 6 is about right there.
Hi, Susie.
Hey there, Susie. Okay, 1, 2, 3.
You can be chatty, Mary. Only person I have to talk to is my 11-year-old grandson in the other room doing his homework.
What am I, chopped liver?
Well, I'm at beside you.
I'm just kidding. All right, right there's the spot. See how close I was and oh my gosh, look how bad I wasn't eyeballing it. That's what I get for eyeballing it. But it's all fine. They're all little bits anyway. See if I can get better at it this time. I bet that's worse because that felt worse. No, it's about the same thing.
This is some of my favorite Amy paper right here because it's really grungy and the corners and edges are messed up. And she was going to call it bad stuff. And she was going to, I don't know if she was going to pitch it or what, but I said, no, I want it. And she said, okay, I'll iron it. And I said, no, don't iron it. I wanted it just as it was.
It's so nice doing something for 10 instead of a giant number. You know what I mean? Because I feel like when I was getting into the space of making kits that were for a giant number of people, you know, like trying to do all the hardest one kind of thing, unless I'm sorting buttons or something simple like that. You know, I feel like I should zoom out. Let's do this. Get a little easier. Oh, wrong way. You guys don't want to see my shorts. All right, there we go. See if that works better. A little bit. My craziness. What kind of crafty projects are you guys working on? Mary, you went quiet after you said you were chatty. All right. What's 12 divided by 5? 2 inches and some change? 2 inches and a bit. Now that's 6. It's 12 divided by 5. 2 1/4 inches, maybe. I don't have my Alexa to ask, but that's what I'm going to do. Two, 3. Well, that left me with 3 inches left over, but that's okay. Now I'll cut the edges off of this. And they can use this in their fun stuff.
Jelly plating.
Oh my gosh. You know, Serenity papers, I don't know who started calling it that, but I just love that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. So it's a little bit too big to fit in this bag. So I'm just going to fold over a bit of each one. This one has a natural fold right there. I'll use that one. Use that one. And of course, whenever anybody gets something, they don't necessarily have to use it that way. And I forgot to tell you guys that in the angel bags this month, they're also getting the big version, and it doesn't even fit on screen. It's so darn big, with a whole bunch of them pulled out where they're already a signature, you know, like this, where they can put it in and make themselves a big version signature. I don't know how many pages I have in total, but it's a lot that each one will be getting, because I took apart the whole World Atlas. And so there's some index pages, there's map pages, you know, like different colors, more index pages. There's a bunch of index pages in there, and each person will get their own little section, and everybody's will be different. I just love paper month. And, yep, that's a lot of index pages in that one. I've got to figure out how to put those into, I have a 10 by 13 bag, and those are so darn big that I am going to have to fold them. And that's just how it's going to be. So I'm thinking instead of putting an actual crease in them, I just wrap it around the stuff that goes in the bag. I don't think I have enough stuff to go in the bag to make it a 14 by 16 bag, though. So that's all the cutting thing I think I'm going to do in the, oh no, we can do this real quick while There goes a paintbrush.
Hi, Elizabeth.
I know. I love old maps too. And the texture of this paper is freaking fabulous. Should see the cover that it came out of too. Oh my gosh. It's so flippin' cool. I've been meaning to do a large format junk journal for eons. And that was going to be one of my bases for an altered, I don't want to say an altered book because it's not an altered book, but for the junk journal. But I just haven't gotten to that. I really haven't. And I should, but I haven't. Right there. You know, and then looking at it, maybe that should be what's on the cover because it's supposed to let them know that it goes with the paintbrush stuff. Where is a safe place to put this? Right there.
Oh, Mary, I must have missed that too. I guess I'll have to order something that she has to bubble wrap.
Oh, I only had one of those because I just reused someone's packaging that mailed to me. So I guess Jersey just happened to be the one that received it. I've never seen bubble wrap like that. Oh my gosh, it was freaking amazing. I didn't even see Jersey's unboxing. Okay. I would have been smarter if I would have chosen a bag that the paintbrush fit into. That would have been smarter, but too late. So now this is also from my stash. Tell me this isn't the most amazing trim you've ever seen. I have more trim than I can ever use because I went on a trim buying spree eons ago. And you don't want to know what this was by the foot. But isn't it fabulous?
Ooh, yeah.
My gosh, I just love it. I even love the way this one frays. It's a weird thing to love, I know. But if I'm thinking of it style like this, that goes with their doilies, I need to give, this would only give them like 2 little drop things. So I think I'm going to give each of them 6 inches. So if I trim it at 6 inches, they can layer their drops or add to it. Or double it up or however they want to do it. And I don't want to do it right at, so 6+ inches is a better way to say it, I think. I should have some masking tape to protect the edges. Jean, you've got the fort for a second. I got to get some masking tape.
Okay.
There.
You should have my pretty little holder for masking.
You have it. Show me your holder. I keep noticing I'm over here, so you guys need to be on this corner. I keep working on that corner.
Isn't this cool?
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Yep, it was an ugly grayish, greenish, purple, I don't know, office color, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And I did it and spray painted it. I bought it at a little antique mall thing. And I mean, it wasn't really cheap. It was like $12.50, something like that. But, you know, pay shipping on something that heavy. Woo, baby, I got a good deal. So, I really liked it.
I got this.
I've been looking for a while. So now my masking tape is nice and neat all the time.
Well, I don't know if I can even be neat all the time. There is nothing in my life that is neat all the time. Like I've said before, I'm even a messy cook. Oh, I need to close that before I pokey myself.
I'm not always nice and neat either, but I have gotten better. I think it has to do with Defy.
Ooh.
I really do, because I've gotten so much stuff everywhere that when I'm working on something, I have to get it cleaned up before I can start anything new. It's just a have to, or I kind of get real antsy and ugly. So,
well, my craft room goes in cycles. It depends on where I'm at with regards to the auctions. Honestly, if I'm right after an auction, it is utter chaos. And if I'm about to have an auction, it's pretty organized. And so that's the cycle of how it goes. That's why if we have auctions too often, I'd never be organized enough to get stuff done. That's 4, that's 5. I wasn't counting them, guys, and I'm going to keep forgetting how many I have. So 5. So this will be 6. So the trim, you asked where I got the, oh my gosh, I love that Chronic Cave. That's so cute. Okay, so this is from Hobby Lobby, and the price at the time was $6.99 a yard. It was on clearance. It was originally something like $17 a yard, or I don't know, $12.18 a yard. There it is. It's written right there. No, they got so many different labels and scratch offs, but yeah, $6.99 a yard. Which I just bought the whole roll because I fell in love with it. I don't know if you guys do that too. Oh, look at this one. It has like a little thing for me. I'll just use that one. 3. It's so pretty. Take that tape off. It doesn't count in the 6 inches. Right, one more. Whew, stay still. All right. 5.
So now that I sorted my papers to put all the colors in the mix in there, now I'm thinking I should have done each signature with one color. I could change my mind if I need to. We'll just see.
What are you making this for, or just for fun?
Actually, it's just for fun, but you know, somebody told me I needed to make some classes.
Yeah.
And so it's the inside of what might be a class.
Oh, that's cool.
This is the cover. And these will go in there like this.
Oh, that's pretty. I like your cover. Your art knocks my socks off.
So let's take an opinion poll because it's really driving me nuts here. Should I do my signatures all one color of paper or keep them mixed up?
Mixed up.
Come on, people's in the box. I need lots of input here.
People's in a box. What do you think? Mixed up or all one color? All right, so this is parchment paper that wrapped something that I ordered from Christy Biddleston. I don't know if you know her stuff, but she's an amazing mandala painter, dot painter. And I just feel like people need this stuff. It feels so good. You can hear it. Am I the only one that loves the sound of paper? Oh. Can what be pre-sale? Oh, Jean Peter wants to know if she should mix up the colors in her signatures or make the colors in her signatures be similar, the same. All right. So this would be 6 if folded in half, and 12 if folded this way. That's a good size. That's what we'll do. My shirt's already covered in all that trim. So I have an idea, since you guys are just hanging out with us. What if we did like recorded items and let people bid on it for the people who aren't able to attend the auction? We could have like, I'll just use something as an example. I have this really cool donated snippet roll, right? And it's absolutely gorgeous. And it was donated by Susan Cordes. And if I did a single video on a single item and then said, make a comment in comments what you'd like to bid on the item, and highest bidder wins the item. Know what I mean? That would work. And then whoever the highest bidder is, I would let them, I'd only give 1 week that people could bid on it. Gosh, that's so flippin' cute. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So for the stuff that I always feel so guilty when I'm holding an auction and I don't get to fully describe what the item is because I'm in such a rush. But maybe people want to see the whole thing and then bid on it, like, you know, those silent auctions when you attend the fancy dinners. Anyway, just a thought. And that wouldn't be for a bunch of things, but it would be just for some.
Hi, Kim. So the vote was?
It was a scarf that was, so that was, I don't know what you call it. That's why I wrapped it in this, because I thought it was so darn cool. Isn't that cool?
I thought it was a fishing net.
That's what it looks like, doesn't it? But no, it's got the tassels on the bottom and it's in the shape of a shawl. Then I wouldn't, you know, and then the auction things would all be simpler. I would make the complex ones like mini single video for each item, and then maybe a playlist for all the items listed that week. I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. All right. So now this is going to have to be folded in half. And we need 10 of these. Crazy how long it takes to make just one little kit, you know? Oh, you do like that idea. See, I kind of do, because then I could feel like I can really enjoy sharing the item, you know, and then I don't feel all mad rushed. And then, you know, imagine if you're an artist and you only donated one thing to Defy ever, and then they took 1 minute to describe it, or 2 minutes. We took 1 or 2 minutes to describe it. It just doesn't feel like I'm honoring the artist who does the donation, you know? But then again, the people who follow the channel might be going, oh my gosh, I'm turning these notifications off because she has too many videos she drops. I don't know. I would hate if people turned the notifications off. And if you haven't rung the bell, ring the bell. Oh, JP, I talk too much. That one's ripped. Gotta move it. These are not cut straight. If they want it straight, they can straighten them. I just like the texture of the paper. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, 10. How awesome is that? Perfect. The extra goes over here. And now I'm going to cut this piece. And for those of you that joined late, these are all going to be things they can use to make the paintbrush fancy. And then if they want to make it doily style, then they can layer the little danglies however they want, doily style. I just love this. I mean, I love that you can actually use the paintbrush as a paintbrush and cover it up. It's not just fun. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I got carried away again. All right, now making this into 10 pieces. I could just cut it into 8. So that's 4. So if I do it in thirds, it ends up about 6 inches. All right, so each person will get about 6 inches of this. Whoosh. The one that rolls up the most, I won't give them, because look at that. It rolled up so much, unless I have to. So when Jean Peter first started helping out the foundation, one of her comments, and it stuck with me because I think it's funny, because I think it all the time myself, is I can't believe how much cutting I do for them.
I'm doing less and less.
3. I do it too, though. I feel like my scissors are always out. 5.
Thank you, Mary. I really want to put this other one in there too.
Jean's book needs to be pre-sale.
So, where?
All right. I'm going to put you on the spot, Jean Peter. I would love to have, for the game I'm developing, I would love to have a piece of your art to be one of the backgrounds for something, maybe like the spinner.
Okay.
So, but the theme and the color scheme for the art is kind of sort of purple. And you're really not big on the purple. I don't really see a boatload of your doodles and paints and such in purple.
I don't do a lot of purple.
No. But just for me, would you do a 6x6 background with purple and whatever you feel doodles to be the background for the spinner that's going to spin northeast, southwest, whatever?
Okie dokie.
Oh my gosh, she said yes, y'all. You know, I feel like we should do independent publishing of this game. because it's turning out to be so flipping cool. I feel like I've cut more than 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, oh, look at that. Exactly 10, and we didn't have to use the curly Q one. Perfect. Off to the side. I know, right? Kim, Kim's mailing to all the hardest next month. So are you feeling that same way, Kim, on making your packages, that every time you turn around when you're doing a kit, it's always about what you're cutting or separating? Actually, I'm going to feel like I'm on vacation. Kim is mailing to all the hardists that are not adopted or not on hold. She's mailing to them in October. And Jean Peter is mailing to them in November. I'm telling you what, all I'm going to have to focus on is the angel bags. And, of course, fundraising. And so, wowie Batman, I'm going to be able to have time to play and to organize and to catch up on all the financials I need to do.
Oh, no, I'm going to find something for you to do, I'm sure.
Oh, maybe. Oh, let's do the flowers first. So when our hardest made this for her paintbrush, this is actually her paintbrush that she decorated. These little peachy things were white flowers that she inked up. And so that's why I'm doing the white flowers going into the bag. And so I have this that my neighbor donated eons ago with these white flowers, and there's a dozen of them. Isn't it great? And I've had it sitting on the table because I was afraid to mail. I mean, it's solid. I was afraid to mail something like this because it's breakable, and not to mention the price that someone would pay online would probably not be that much. And so if I take the little heads of the flowers off, ouch! Am I injuring the flowers?
Ouch! I spend my days and nights with an 11-year-old. What do you expect?
I just never grew up, so that's how my world is. If that's all glued on, get that hot glue off of there. Now, I've had this for about 6 months, I think, and it's a good use of it. Let's have 10 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, they feel decent. 6, 7, 8. I need 2 more. There's a couple little lonely ones that are going to be left there. 1, 2. This is what it looks like now. Oh, goodness. Okay, for packing, it's probably not good if it's with the pokey. Let me see if I can get that pokey off for each of them. Okay, get into the middle. Still got the pokey. All right, maybe I'll just pull them off like this. All right, I'm gonna have to do these one at a time. You guys are gonna be bored. You guys see me repeat the same activities over and over again. I'm sorry, but there's only 10. At least it's not me doing 50 of the same thing over and over.
I think I might send the flower kits out in November if I get enough of them. I got a lot. I just don't know if I have enough.
The flower kits.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that folks are making? Or are you making them?
Well, I have, is it Jane's or Karen's? Jane sent all those. And Tammy has sent me some. And Tina has sent me some.
Oh, see, I was wondering why. Okay, so you know what? I'm glad you told me that, because I was thinking there were a lot of people that had them and they hadn't sent them yet. But now I know that they sent them to you. So that's good stuff. Okay.
Because see, I've got the little metal tool thing, And I've got the little foam thing. If I had to call things by its real name, it'd never get named. Everything's a thing. Okay.
I've got doomahickey thingamajiggy, whatchamabobber, whatchamajigget, flipper dopper. I don't know. I've got more funky words. Okay, let me see. Oh, it's still too big to go in the pretty little bag. Let me see if it fits in here. Darn it. It does, but barely. Okay, the flower goes in first, y'all. Let's see. And they can trim off the petals. Oh, man. My adult beverage today is water. Although last night I did have some amazing cab. I bought quite a few of the same. I like this Cabernet called 19 Crimes. Yeah. You know, I feel like these should be used in art. Look at this. Doesn't this look like it should be the tiniest little skirt piece for a tiny doll? You know what I'm talking about? Those skirts that had those hoop thingies that drop down and wire?
Yeah.
Doesn't it look like
I don't do that tiny anything.
But we do have one artist who likes making dollhouse things.
Very true.
So there will be 10 of these little things that'll make their way to her. And goodness knows what she'll make with it. These two. I might send these two with it. So we'll create a little, I need a little jar. Put it in. Hold your britches. I need a jar. Maybe. I gotta have one near me. I do. It's too big for this, but man, if I found these again, I'd be so happy. I should have bought a bunch more of them when I saw them. They're the blue ones that are the old school ball jars. Isn't it pretty? So I just use them in the craft room. This has stuff glued to it too, and this looks like it would be the part of a fairy. Looks like it belongs to a fairy. You know, a fairy skirt to keep it all nice and... Anyway, so we'll have 10 of those for her. And now we can start to organize it because I think I have my... Oh, I don't have my one of everything yet. Hold your britches. But wait, there's more. This thing right here. Oh my gosh, totally belongs in it. This is my little jelly roll of heaven. Doesn't it? I'm telling you, it looks like Tim Holtz material, does it not? And it didn't say that on the packaging. Yeah. Oh, you do? You use some of those same funky words? Oh my gosh, that's freaking awesome. Look at this. I have this one double. This is like my favorite one too. So I don't know. I might, this is my personal stash, so I might hoard that one for a while before sharing it. So in case they make a doll, I'll do this one. I think that would be good. Does it have one more? Ooh, this one kind of matches it. Kinda. You guys see that? You think so? Yeah. Oh, see, that's definitely Tim Holtzy. That's right here. Oh, that one too. Not all of them, though. Maybe that's why it doesn't say that, because these don't look like it. I have some Tim Holtz fabric in my stash from when I was shopping one day. And I haven't been able to use it because I cannot bring myself to use it. Do you guys ever do that? Oh my gosh. It is Tim right there, isn't it? Totally feels that way to me. Either way, even if it's not, it's a fabulous artist. All right, how am I going to roll this back up? That's how you're going to go. stretch you the opposite way. No laughing at my crap here. I can't roll a straight line. Now I need my giant rubber band. It was this one. You can see I've already broken into it a couple of times. I was thinking I have some 12 by 12 of the same kind of stuff. Maybe it's 10 by 10. I was thinking of making masks out of this fabric. All right. So if I have 2 of these, that means I have to cut them into 5 pieces. I'll end up with 6 if I roll it like this. That'll be good. Roll it into thirds. That one's good. I think we need to do that again. I have another one like this in case they want to make it girly. Tuesday morning. For the love of Tuesday morning, that's where I got it from. And I bought them out. I bought 3. 2 for myself, and I gifted 1. I gifted 1 to Tammy Porter, actually, and the reason is because she is donating and making a bunch of angel bags, and she's doing it with the strips. And I'm just fascinated with her strip effort. She's stripping it. My brain. Oh, Lordy. Okay, so we're just going to do bits here.
You should be getting those pretty soon.
I'm hoping so. I'm not mailing off the angel bags till they come in. There's one right there. No. Oh,
I'm sitting here cutting up my magazine images smaller for what I'm doing. And do you know how many purple pieces I've pulled out?
None.
2.
Oh, I'm appreciative of you doing that, though. I think it'd look really good on the backside of a spinner, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
It's kind of purple.
Even kind of purple's fine. It doesn't have to be too bad. I mean, maybe 5.5 by 5.5. That might be the size of the spinner, but I think it is 6 by 6. Either way, I can blow it up and shrink it down digitally because I got to print them anyway. Guys, I stopped doing the flowers and I started doing the fabric. I got distracted. The nice thing about using my own stash when making things is now these little bits are going to go into my little whatever I feel like doing day. You guys can see that this is one of the coolest parts about making kits is it feels like you're always doing something crafty, you know? So I like doing the packaging.
I do too, and I should be in there weighing packages and getting them ready to mail instead of playing. So that I can play later and make my tag kits. I got a lot of stuff ready for my tag kits, so
those are going to be cute.
Yeah.
2, 3. Now, if you guys don't mind doing the repetitive stuff, I'm going to be spending a lot of my October when I just get sick of doing, because when I say I'm doing the financials, I want to make it to where I spend less time every month doing the financials. So I want to make it to where when I download the information, I mean, it could be a full-time job sometimes because I want to budget properly and then do the variance explanations on how it ends up being. And then I don't know if you guys know this, but I tend to buy from local crafters a lot. And that's a little unpredictable sometimes. When I say local, I mean the ones online that you guys all know. 1, 2, 3, 4.
But I finished all my test stuff.
There you go. 10 of those.
Yeah. I say hello.
Did they see you?
I'm not sure. Wait, I have
Here,
an idea.
put your hand up here.
All right, so I have 2 extras on those. Yeah, I'm just saying that if I don't know what size my spinner is going to be for the game, and so whatever size she makes, as long as she keeps it somewhere between 5.5 to 6.5, Jean Peter, when she makes the purple background for it, whatever size that ends up being, if it's a little too big or a little too small, then I can either blow it up or shrink it down, but not both. I'm sorry. I'm not the best communicator. I know, right? I'm just saying that Tammy's stripping now. Oh, look, it does say Tim Holtz right there. We weren't kidding. This one is too. Oh, look at that. All right, so this one has a little white strip on it. I don't want to have that in there. 1, 2, 3.
I got a note for y'all. Can you read it?
Hello, artists. It's Riley. Oh, I can't read the small.
It says subscribe to Poke Dude 645.
Oh,
Pokey Dude.
Someone, are you a Pokemon player?
Yes.
You are. I have a son who used to love that stuff way back in the day when it was still on cards. 1, 2, 3. I shouldn't say that's way back in the day because it's a little back in the day, but way back in the day for you.
Still in cards.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought it was one of those hunt it down game things. Let me go find the.
There's video games. There's the anime. There's the cards. There's a lot.
Well, that's cool. You only want to.
Back in your classroom.
Yeah, get back to work, sweet thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have to verbally behave. 7.
No, he's back in his room.
Oh my gosh, I love this. 8. Oh, look at this one. Look at this one. I'm drooling over that.
Your alley there.
It is 9. And I'm gifting it. Look at that one. 10. Okay. So that's all 10. It is just way too cool. And the reason I did those ones is because I know they don't want the white strip on the edge, even though it doesn't look half bad on the fabric like this. It's from his Elements fabric collection, I guess. That's good to know. And now we'll make the sweet one different. Oh, those look like pink ribbons, don't they? All right. 1, 2, 3. I count to 10 too many times. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, don't like that one. 8, 9. I don't like it because it has the little edge on it. 10. All right. Cutesy, cutesy. Put this with the strips. I so think that would make the cutest quilted looking mask. And as long as you have a liner, it wouldn't matter if it was quilted. All right. So now I think I have everything. Oh, I don't. I want to give them stuff so they can sew it. I love the look of how things are sewn. So let's assume I just do a yard each time. Let me just do it this way. I know, right? So there's 1. My way of measuring a yard, y'all would get a kick out of this. I hold my arm as far away from me as I can. I have my little fingers held here. And then I put this hand next to my left shoulder. So this is my right hand as far as I can stretch it out. And this one's next to my left shoulder. And I know that's more than a yard.
That's how I measure.
See, it's just faster that way. And that's why everything, when I round up a yard, unless I only have exactly the right number of yards, that's, I'd rather round up than round down. Your Tim machine broke? I thought you were going to say your time machine when I first read that.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, Karen Sue subscribed. I can't subscribe on my screen right there. I'll have to do it later, Jean Peter.
Okay.
You have to give it back to me later.
He's just so silly. He says he's going to be a famous YouTuber.
Well, you just never know.
That's right. You never know. I can't believe he put that out there, though.
Oh, it's cute. See, you know, the whole world is like that, though, isn't it? You just, it is, as long as you keep putting it out there, and it doesn't matter what the profession is, you're selling yourself in a good way, not in a selling yourself aspect, but, you know, people are hiring the person and supporting the person just as much as they are the job.
Yep. He's a grandma's boy.
Oh. You work here, man. Oh my gosh. All right. 5 of those. I'm going to have 5 more. All right, you guys are counting for me. There's 1. So I'm going to forget again. I'll get talking. 2. Oh, I still haven't finished separating my little roses yet. 3.
He's going to be so excited when he gets to look and see all that. Thank you guys a whole bunch. Nothing. I was talking about Papa.
He's listening to what he's tuned into Grandma.
Yeah, he is.
You literally just said that was close. I can hear you now.
I did not say that. No,
I didn't hear.
did not. You're hearing things. I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't.
You don't.
Boy, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to get my jewelry tools to take apart the shiny blingy thing. Now the purple doesn't look good with it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like it with it now. When I pulled it out before, it did. But now that I see everything, I don't like it. I'll find something else.
It kind of reminds me of my dream last night, your purple thing.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I was at a craft show and it was huge, huge. And there was, everybody had lamps with hanging things on them. Like chandelier-y like. But the biggest lamp was like a floor lamp with a lampshade like 5 foot across. I have weird dreams.
Excuse me. Sounds like a weird one. But at least it wasn't a nightmare, right?
True, true.
Okay, you guys. I'm not feeling it with that necklace. So I think everything else is okay minus the necklace, huh? Minus that charm. Let me see if I've got a fun charm that can go with it out of my charm stash. Hold your britches.
There's another purple.
Because now it's turning out to be kind of red and pink. That's weird, but it's working. Okay, this is my wire wrapping personal little happy box. I take it with me when I go traveling. And gonna see, that's red, but it's too red. All right, here we go. Mother of pearl looks like it would work in there okay. You can use some stuff out of here and make that the happy thing. Sorry, that was noisy. All right, what do you guys think of this color mixed in? I think it's okay. They can choose. Oh, that's different. I could just do the tiny little mother of pearl button, but I'm telling you, I pet these things. I don't use these things. Okay, there's 5. Oh my gosh, you guys, again, it's exactly 10. How weird is that?
Meant to be.
It is. Okay, so these are real little pearls. I can put a real little pearl in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So, Malaya, did you like how it looked, or did you get to see how it looked?
Oh, you shaved off. Oh, goodness. I don't know how I'd feel shaving off my eyebrows.
I don't know that you'd be able to tell on me.
I know, right? It doesn't. Well, why wouldn't you be able to tell on you?
Because they're so light.
Oh.
I mean, it's just way light.
See, look, other things, they're thingamajigs. They can even name stuff that. I'm a little sad, though. I wanted to name the game, the art game I'm creating. I wanted to name it Montage. But there's already a game in the world that exists called Montage. Isn't that horrible? It was made in the 70s.
Well, that's just terrible.
It is. All right, that's going to work. My little T-pen, I better put it somewhere safe because we know I am not safe. Give me some little pokey thing. Here we go. What do I have in here anyway? Oh, they're little pink bling. Look at that. Well, just in case somebody wants some pink bling, I can put that in there too. How perfect is that? All right. Put my little T-pen in the pink bling, and we'll put 10 of those in there too. Take out my wax thread.
I ordered my chair today.
Oh, did you?
Yep. It won't be here till 1st of October.
Oh, that's too long to wait.
I know. I really thought I might go down and see what they have because I can always cancel the order.
Well,
But I don't. Our little Staples is a little Staples.
You know, I still mess up on if Office Max bought Office Depot or if Office Depot bought Office Max and what they're named today.
I still see both names.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I already lost count, you guys.
I just wish Staples sold the same thing Office Depot sells, because then I wouldn't have to hunt for my glue sticks.
Oh, yeah, that would be nice.
Not that I don't mind a shopping spree, but
Well, that'd be like asking McDonald's to sell a Big Mac, though, right?
yeah, McDonald's does sell Big Macs.
Oh, the other way around. I'm sorry. I don't.
You don't get out often, do you?
No, I don't. Oh, man. You know, I have to tell you, this is kind of funny, but I think I've been in lifelong training for COVID because I don't really need to go out much. 4, 5, 6. Yes, I'm counting again. Okay, I have 10 this time if I do them all in half. Okay, so here's my thought on these. If you're an Angel Bag subscriber, why I'm putting these in there is because if you're thinking of it like a dream catcher, wouldn't these be fun just dangling down if you cut them into a bunch of pieces? You know, see how it looks when they're dangling down like that at the bottom? And then you have this little layer with your dream catcher too. And then if you double it up, so then you have the little beads dangling, and then you have these little dangling, but they're organized better than my hands are showing. That concept.
Cool.
And then they can put the little V's into the bottom of the ribbon and such. Just an idea. Doesn't have to be that. I wish people would do more of the show and tell of what they create. You know, I would love to see more of that. So if you're a subscriber of anything, or if you bought in the auctions or anything, then I would absolutely love if folks put this in here too. Shared that. All right, that looks good. Although the pink shiny looks a little cheesy with the real pearls. It might dress up differently though. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. If I take 2 from each one. 3 from each one. All right, time to fill the, oh, nope. Yeah, we'll fill the bags 1 flower at a time. So, oh my gosh, this is just silliness.
Ooh, that looks like me. That pretty orange. Oh, is that the graphic 45 paper?
It is.
I have a bunch of that too.
Okay, you guys, I really can't count. I can't remember so much that I really can only do 3 things at a time when I'm doing stuff. So I'm just going to mix these 3 pieces of paper in, and then I'll move on to the next part. The back side of it's blue though, but I really like the front side of it. Would you rename my game? Montajestic. No one would be able to spell it though, especially me. But I do like that. I really loved the word montage because I want to do it in 3 different ways. One is going to be a mixed media game. One is the junk journal game. And the third one is fine arts. And so, because I've already, while I was playing with it all day yesterday, I've already in my head figured out how each one's going to be a little bit different, you know? So, and oh my gosh, it's so much freaking, I didn't actually play it, but I'm playing it in my head when I sort through how it goes. And so my beta testers, I've already got a couple of folks who signed up to be beta testers of the game, and we're going to do the beta testing live with you guys and on this channel. So that'll be fun. And there are folks that help me do the hardest kits. Yeah, the Amazon glue sticks are cool. Oh, you share. You know, I need to go see that, Tammy. Are you talking about doing the Padfolio kit? I got to go see that. I allow links in my chat if you want to put a link in here, Tammy. I've got some folks who are amazing with the lightsabers. Deleting the folks who are, oh, what do you call the trolls? They're really good at smashing out the trolls. So I don't even worry about, oh, look at that. This one's just white. What happened with that? Well, I hope I have enough. Might have to do a count here in a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna have to call it because I gotta go find something for lunch for him.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm just feeling
Telling
bad.
Finn for himself, but Lord knows what he'll eat. So,
did I count wrong somehow? No, this has got to be 10. I'm going to do a count here really quick. Well, thank you for joining me and hanging out with me.
oh, I had fun. I got something done.
You know, it could be art montage. That would be a separate name. Ooh, let me see.
Bye, everyone.
See you later, Gene Peter.
Oh.
All right, you guys got to put stuff in all caps, like the way Karen Sue did the all caps. So I know that you're here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, it is 10. So I didn't miscount. Somehow I just have one. Oh, that's why. 10, 11, 12 on those guys. Goes in my little drawer. Okay. So with that in there, maybe the next thing up. Oops, I should have done it in this one with the flower. I just feel like the flower is going to get smashed with all the stuff going in there. All right. Flower needs to come out. And maybe all I do is put a brad in the flower. Let me see if I have some brad, Sandy. Looking for brads, y'all. There they are. And if they don't watch, I mean, odds are they're probably not going to watch the video. So I've got to make sure I put this in a way. Darn it, I don't have anything that makes sense to hold the flowers that's the right size, so it's going to be this noisy bag. Dagnabbit. All right, the noisy bag with a brad and the flower. Is it a little too self-serving to say cares montage? I mean, I could do something. Oh, look, this hole might be too big. I could do something like defies montage, though. I do pronounce it defy, and the reason I say defy is because many of the hardists are defying the odds with how they survive, get through, whatever you want to call it. All right, make sure this works. Yeah, that works. All right. All right, those of you who are Angel Bag subscribers, you are meant to take it apart. That's why it's in a brad. Use it however you want to use it, dye it however you want to dye it, play with it however you want to play with it. That's the plan. And if you want to leave it this way, then do so. That's all fine too. But they're going to go in here now. Oh yeah, I don't stress about them as much in here. Wonder if this will fit like that too. Oh, that's not too bad. Then they'll know it goes with the paintbrush. Let me see if the paintbrush fits in there too. You know, if I did it that way. Look at that. Then they know it all goes together. All right, that's the plan. That's the plan. Defies art montage. We could. I want it to be like, I suppose 3 words is okay, but you know when you think of cranium, you know, it's a one-word game. So if somebody was to actually see the game on the shelf, you would know by seeing the word cranium that it's a brain game. So we could call it Montagium. It's something like that. You know, I just really wanted it to be montage, but I do want it to be one word. All right, let's take this one apart and we'll just do all the flowers now. Guys, this is what my day consists of. Oh, this one has some color to it already. And I know I could leave the flower together, but if that poked a hole in the bag and they lost things because of it, it would be horrible, wouldn't it? But to make it less boring for you guys, I could just do one at a time while I do the flowers, I guess. I do love that the tiny crafter, the one who works and makes the doll stuff, gets all these fun little things off of these flowers. Double craft duty. All right. Even that's cute. Looks like it belongs in a fairy garden. You know, that's true. This is a glimpse into my day. This is the favorite parts. All right, that's all I have in the bag. So let me find a good spot. And I need a drink of water. Give you better light. It is kind of a chill and chat day. That is a good point. What did oh, I was looking for the brads and they're right here. Oh, goodness. I should put something small so it doesn't pull through, because look, that just pulled through. Hold your britches, one more thing. Yeah. Oh, I'm not going to do lunch. I want to finish these. All right, thank you. That's okay. Hub said he's eating lunch. Grab some of my purple flowers. Well, now you guys know why I do things for the angel bags, and I said it's going to be in limited quantity, you know, because could you imagine if I had to do 50 of these? There we go. I pulled massive amounts from my stash a while back when I first started the foundation to the Heartists, and we had a lot less Heartists back then, but I had already downsized because we moved from a house and 5 acres and a she shed and a man cave. We moved from all that to a boat and a storage unit. And so, and even in the storage unit, it wasn't a lot of stuff that I kept in the craft supply world. I really narrowed it down at that point. And so, and when I say narrowed it down, it would be a lot for some people, but for me, it was narrowed it down because I've had a craft room for years and years. All right, yeah, that'll hold it in. Oh my gosh, it could be the damn game. And then in small print, it says Defies Art Montage. Oh my gosh, I love that. Tammy, if you have my email address, email that to me because I love that it's the damn game. And then it's the damn mixed media. It's the damn fine arts. And it's the damn, oh my gosh, I already forgot the other one. Junk journaling. And by the way, when I say junk journaling, I mean full on from your stash. Don't go to the store. Don't print it out. Junk journaling. You know, that's, you know, hardcore originality kind of junk journaling. And the junk journaling one is going to be a bit And you guys are getting the inside scoop of this because I'm already designing it. The junk journaling one is going to be also a bit of a scavenger hunt. And so I'm going to make the fine arts one pretty refined. And I'm going to make the junk journaling one goofy and silly. And then the art journaling one, which is mixed media, I'm making kind of in between, where you actually are playing, and you can play by yourself or with others in it. And my rules are basically as if a solo person is doing it. And I cannot wait to share it with everybody. I really can't. I think it's going to be so much fun. Oh, so you totally get it. Wasn't that sweet of him? Defies art montage. The damn game. Oh my gosh, you're just making me happy. The whole idea of that. All right, go through here. I can hear him eating. I really should go down there. Poor guy never gets to see me. and I work from home. I don't know if you guys know that, but we were going to get a space, and then COVID happened. And so we decided not to get the space because we weren't sure how much it was going to impact our monthly revenue. And for a bit there, the monthly revenue was higher, but this month we barely covered shipping. So we will be doing another pop-up because of that. And I wish I could do more angel bags and have subscribers, so I spend less time on the trying to sell. It's just built in. But then I don't want to do so many that it becomes so much effort. I mean, it's really a catch-22 on how to make that work out. You know, because in the end, full on artist focused, you know, all of the fundraising is just to go make all the artists smile as much as we can, you know. You know, that's even cute like that. If they get it, they could just put that somewhere. I feel like I need to put the pretty little flower in that first one I did just to make them all the same. But then I have to take it all apart again. So what I'll do is I'll just toss a couple pretty little flowers in there so they can do it. If they want to. All right. But now, while I'm doing this, oh, thank you, Tammy, for emailing that to me. Then because I would forget and I'd be really sad. But oh my gosh, you just make me so freaking happy calling it the damn game. Now I got to go look up and make sure nobody else is the damn game. And it's not spelled like the bad dam. It's spelled like Hoover's Dam, you know? It's good stuff. I'm so grateful that you guys are always out helping and making a difference, and all the different ways that folks help. You know, I didn't realize that the flower kits had gone to Jean Peter. I guess my brain had forgotten I had set some of that up. And so folks, what they did was we bought a bunch of people dies, a single die to make flowers that will go into a kit for the artist in the future. And then they cut out the dies for us, because you can see that making the kits themselves is what takes up all of our time. So if any of you guys want to come up with some idea, it doesn't have to be 50 kits or 73 kits. It doesn't have to be like that. It can be 12 kits, and just 12 of the artists will get whatever that kit idea is, and it's pre-made, and all I got to do is just grab a bag and put it in there. And that is like my biggest volunteer time saver. And so we ordered it, I think it was for 9 people. We ordered the dies to make the flowers. I ordered the paper if it, you know, I offered to order it, or I just automatically ordered it. It just depended the paper for them to make the kits. And in some cases they couldn't afford to ship it back, so I covered the shipping. But actually only in one case. I can't remember shipping it for anybody else. And that was why I thought they had just forgot making the flower kits. How cool. I'm excited. So now in November, they have flower kits to look forward to. In October, Vintage Kim has just boatloads of things that they're going to be excited about. And this month, is Vintage Kim still here? Say heck yeah if you're still here. I got to tell what she's done. So basically, when I think of her, I think of her as my corporate donation person, that she goes out and helps us find corporate donations. And we're about to get our first corporate donation that came in were magazines from a company with an editor who is also the owner. And let me see if I have one of those magazines. Oh no, the magazines are downstairs. She sent me 3 samples of what the magazines look like. Oh, you definitely made me happy today, Tammy. That is freaking awesome. But I cannot remember what the name of that magazine company is. But they donated 73 magazines, so each artist can have one. And then the second donation hasn't been shipped yet, but they're going to ship it from a corporation, and it's Prima. And hopefully, we asked for 3,600 pieces of paper, so we can give everyone 30 pages. And so hopefully, Prima Paper ships it out in time, and I'm still waiting. Oh, I'm glad you're here. So everyone, please join me in thanking Kim for nailing the magazines and the Prima Paper corporate donations. That and it's called Uppercase. Is that the? Oh, you did already. You typed it in just as I was saying it. So Uppercase is the name of the magazine, and I was just afraid of saying it because I wasn't sure if I was going to say it wrong. But yeah, and it's a very nice page. And no, I'm not trying to plug them, but I was pretty impressed with the magazine itself. Now, you guys wanted a secret. Oh, 90. They sent 90 magazines. Oh, that's flipping awesome. And yeah, so Uppercase sending 90 magazines and Prima Paper. I'm really excited and hoping that they actually send but either way, no matter how many pages that they send us when they mail it out, we are going to be excited and mailing Prima Paper. Oh my gosh, you guys, the artists are going to be over the moon over this. And it's paper month. How perfect could that be? So yeah, I'm excited too. We have 5 more of these flowers, so if you guys want to take a break while I'm doing these flowers, take your break. I'm just chatterboxing. Oh my gosh. I should go down and eat lunch. By the time I get down there, the hubs is already going to be done. I feel bad for ignoring them there. But so sweet. He's like, here's soup. We were doing leftovers for lunch today. And I guarantee you in about a half an hour, he's going to say, are you going to eat this? Oh, this one's a little ripped on the inside. She can still play with it. This is in the shape of like a little tulip. You could almost paint with that. You could just roll it in your paint and roll it around your paper for some interesting textures. All right. A day in the life. Kit making. I mean, this alone is just darn cute. Okay, close that up. The nice thing about these holes being big is I don't have to stress about this brad being slightly open on the bottom. Prima Paper shipped on Friday. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, the left hand. I always forget about stuff like that. I make up stuff like that on the fly. Oh, that's weird. That's glue again. This is such a great use of these flowers with 2 left over. this would be a good way to do sales too, is make it and then see if anybody wants to buy it at the end of a show, you know? I don't know. I've got to become a good fundraiser in case we keep growing harvests at the rate that we're growing them. I think we poured a little extra water and some fertilizer on that one. What was I? Oh, the flowers. That really is how my brain works, you all. So it is an interesting thing on how they make their flowers. So first they have this super stiff piece down at the bottom that has a shape to it to keep it in shape. And then they layer, I think it's 3 pieces. One, oh no, just 2 of the big pieces. And then they put this thing up to hold it in shape again. And then let's see how many more they have before they put the one that looks like it belongs. Oh, nope, here's another flowery one. So they did 2 more and then put another little plastic flowery one a little smaller. This made pretty well. Then 2 more. And then they put the tiny one in like the hoop like they used to wear under dresses. And then at the top, they have this thing. It looks like a little tulip. Yeah, I could never finish. I mean, I should. The crazy thing is we've gone this long and I have no phone calls, no urgent, I need your help. Oh, I don't have Facebook open. That's why. No urgent. And you know, when I open Facebook, I don't know if you guys have this thing too, but as soon as I open it up, I have so many chat windows that pop up. And because I love to stay connected to as many people as I can. And so I'm always chatting with folks. Get some fabulous ideas from folks and inspiration from folks. And oh my gosh, the gratitude from some folks. You know. But if any of you guys ever played that video game called Sims a long time ago, I'm sure people still play it today, but I used to play that game Sims. It was a simulation game where you pretended you were in like a little family and you built the house and everything. Well, for me personally, I can tell you that my social meter is maxed out. Don't need to work on social in this world. Yep, flower again. I'm kind of bored doing the flowers. I'm happy there's only 3 left. I feel like I'm doing the 5 little monkeys jumping on the bed. Only 3 left. 1 bonked his head, that kind of thing. And yes, I screwed up the lyrics. But if anybody wants to hop on, I'll share my StreamYard link. I'll have to open it up in chat. Or just ask Jean Peter for my StreamYard link. You pop in. You can join me in the show so they're not all just watching me repeat the same things over and over again. Unless y'all like that, and that's okay. Somebody could cover for me while I grabbed a bite. But I'm really not that hungry, so it's okay. All right, here we go. You know, I actually like it better like this than with all the plastic stuff. You know what I mean? This alone is cute on the paintbrush. See? It starts it off nicely. Take off the paper, of course. All right, here's the quiz. I know several people are watching. Here's the quiz for you folks. What is your favorite thing to make? Craft. Not that you have made, but that you love to make or would love to make. craft of the future? What would you really love to make that you're thinking of right now? And of course, it's a blank question, and you guys are going to say, I don't know. It's okay. For those of you who do know, I would like to know. I only have 2 more, so I can put away the little, make the last 2 different colors. Or favorite craft you've done recently. Maybe that would be one that you guys are willing to answer. Well, that's a good way to do it. Anybody could pop back in now. All right, Jean Peter, did you already do lunch? I got you back now.
Yep.
Look at that. Anybody who wants to can join our show with the link. Your favorite thing to make is a mess. Well, this is about the cleanest I can craft is when I'm making kits. Because if I'm actually making something, even as simple as a card, my desk is chaos. It's absolute chaos. So I'm going to put this down. Can do a little of this, a little of that. Just fun hanging out with you guys and doing the everyday stuff. You guys will think it's funny, but I really do talk to myself too when I'm doing it by myself. And Jean Peter's probably not surprised at all.
I count. Everything I do, I count.
I'm trying really hard not to do that because I will go 1, 2, 3, and then when I get talking, I forget what number I'm on. Or, you know, sometimes when I'm making this and I get in my head, I start coming out with other craft ideas. So I've got a little notepad to my right all the time.
Yep.
Don't you think this is cuter like this than the way it came in the original form? You know, I think I like it looser than tighter.
It's pretty cool.
I feel like I'm cheating that it's not a craft, though. It's a rose that was already made. And now my brain is singing that song, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Oh, man.
Well, see, you just took a rose and turned it into a magnolia.
Oh, see, now that makes me feel better. I do love magnolias. How far north do magnolias grow? Because we have them down here. Everyone's afraid of telling me what their favorite craft is to do or have recently done. Besides Tammy
I'll
saying,
actually be doing some macrame videos coming up real quick.
oh, you are?
Yep.
That is awesome.
I've been wanting to, and I will be doing it.
Well, that's awesome.
Just the basics, but yeah.
Okay, so I have a question for you.
No.
Is a fishnet like macrame?
Some would say yes. It's basically string and knots, but certain technique that you need to do that. It's not just any knot. So kind of, I mean, you can take your macrame knots and make anything that looks like a fishnet. You may want to do it more correctly. You know, follow the rules or something, you know.
That makes sense.
But
I don't like rules. I tried to crochet and I've tried to knit, and my mom tried to teach me and then eventually gave up, said I was unteachable in those 2 areas. Oh my gosh, vintage lap books. Yes, I love lap books.
so
I had a blast making that Padfolio. I stressed out about it a little too much sometimes, but I do that about most crafts.
So I'm going to come up with the question, what exactly is a lap book and why is it not just a journal?
Well, for me, I think of, how come I have one extra? That doesn't make any sense. I thought well, maybe I just grabbed a stack and didn't count them. And that goes in the drawer now too. So for me, a lap book is, it folds in different directions, right? And then you have different stuff that can fit in them. And they were originally created as a teaching tool, I believe.
A teaching tool as
Elementary school.
Okay.
Okay, so Western West Virginia has magnolias. I didn't know that. And Mary Cool, which state are you in? All right.
Yes.
One of these, one of these, one of these.
I love macrame too, and I haven't done it for a long time. But I got some stuff coming in. I know exactly what I'm going to do with it. It's going to actually, if it works the way I want it, will, because it will be jewelry, and it will be macrame, and it will be paper. So.
Okay, that sounds like a crafting party.
Yeah.
All right, they stick out just a little bit at the top. They're going to get folded. That sucks. Well, I don't know how I feel about that. So, yeah, I don't want to fold them. So now they're just going to get added to this little baggie. So when are you thinking of doing that?
I got to wait for the stuff to get in.
Okay, so it's just whenever that stuff arrives.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do it this way now. Sandwich them in and put them in that other bag.
Thanks, Kim. I get talk about glue books and lap books, and I guess I just don't get out much, but a book is a book to me.
Oh, you think of a lap book as a fabric journal? Oh, see, I always thought of lap books as a teaching tool. Kind of like a flip book. Let me see.
Yeah, I had to ask Christy, I think the other day on a live, I asked Christy and Kathy both what exactly was a glue book, because I wanted somebody else's definition of what a glue book was. Because, yeah, I don't know that I do a glue book. I guess this is kind of a glue book, but to me it's just collage, and I don't really think of it any other way, you know? So,
you know, that would be a good class, not necessarily a class, but a good video for the artists too, because some artists come in and have never crafted before. And we could make a list of what are the things we wanted to find that we talk about. So for instance, like, what is an art journal? What is a glue book? What is a scrapbook? What is a junk journal? And now junk journals have kind of morphed from what they originally started as. So what is a junky junk journal versus like a journal junk journal, you know? And yes, I'm the only one in the world who uses the word journal, but that's what I call it when I add all the fancy pants stuff or printables that I've ordered, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm not one on a true junk. I don't mind a little bit of different kinds of papers, but I just don't do the real messy stuff anymore.
Well, see, I think a true junk journal can be just as cool, like less messy, and a great base for like an art journal. So a true junk journal can turn into an awesome art journal.
Yeah.
You have no problem painting on that and then doing like the reverse collage of the things you do like about it. you know?
Yeah. I just make stuff I like.
That's true. I make stuff that I'm in the mood for or have time for.
Yeah. Well, we won't even talk about the numerous UFOs I have sitting around here.
Unfinished objects.
Uh-huh.
One of my favorite pastimes when I was younger was coming up with really funny acronyms. And so, hey, by the way, do you want to know something funny? So the reason why I am sandwiching it like this is because my favorite one is in the middle. So it's like an Oreo cookie. So I've got the "it's okay" on the bottom, "it's awesome" in the middle, and "it's okay" on the top. My little Oreo cookie. Fabrics. Okay, yeah, I know I'm a little goofy. But acronyms. So
Sharon.
I didn't even see you pop in there, Sharon. Or did you just arrive? I love when someone else is on because then I get to hear the hellos. Okay, make sure that's all nice and flat in there. An oversized book that you hold on your lap. Isn't that a coffee table book? You know what I mean? Or are you thinking of like, oh, that makes sense though. It's a book that sits on your lap. That's very awesome, literal, like that.
I guess it doesn't really matter, but you know, it's kind of nice to know what other people think of when they see those words, because then you know kind of what direction you want to go.
Yeah. See, I think of glue books like I think of Serenity papers, where you are not spending it, or like clusters. You're doing it to where it's almost therapeutic. You don't put a lot of conscious thought into the actual layout the way you do in some of the other things you create. You know, the composition of each page is not aggressively thought about, whereas in a glue book. So the composition of each page in a glue book really is not about here's how I want to lay it out. I'm going to sit and I'm going to work out which way looks the best. You find all the things you love, or maybe it's all the things you don't love, whatever your theme is, and you just slap it down. Whereas that's what I used to think of as a smash book, you know, was that you know, it was a different version of scrapbooking. You know, a smash book is kind of where you take all the things that you gathered from your journey or your experience or your photos or whatever, and you just smashed it down without as much care in the layout being formal. And it's a little more interactive compared to a scrapbook. But it's meant to specifically capture memories. You have me on a tangent now of different words.
Oh, I'm sure I can come up with some more.
Give me more. I'm enjoying this.
Those are the two that have just popped into my head recently.
This is like my favorite one now. Look at this one. Look at this page. It's got like the giant typography letter A done in like, I have a vintage typewriter and a couple of my letters punch out so different than the other letters, and I love it. And look, there's a little typewriter there, and then it's layered with a 324 there. My typewriter is from 1927. Isn't that cool? Okay, I got distracted.
Squirrel.
It's always ooh shiny for me. See, for me, clusters are meditative. It gets me out of my overthinking. So I use clusters to help take me away from when I get burdened in overthinking a page or a composition or the color, you know. I haven't really done a true glue book because I get annoyed when I glue too long.
I have books that I've done collage in, but I've never done what I would call a glue book. I'm online. I didn't want to come in and say something stupid.
Okay, I'm excited about this because I'm actually not all that far from sorting the rest of the little bits. All right, so how am I going to sort is this too big to fit in here? That's the question. A little bit. So you're going to go in with the flour now. And this is just one of the little things that goes in the angel bag. But this would make the greatest little Happy Mail, wouldn't it? Oh my gosh.
Oh, thanks. That's something else I got to finish.
Well, you know, I love it.
This has been a shipping month for me.
It has been. I'm telling you, the pirate ship can see it.
Yeah.
I think between this month and last month, we've spent more on shipping than the other months.
Yeah.
And that's okay. That's okay. It happens. Am I too noisy with the bags making all that ruckus?
Not as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. I'm always afraid of doing a video on the definitions of things because my opinion may be different than other people's, and I'm no Webster's when it comes to art.
You know, it doesn't really matter what something is called, I guess, because we all have a style, and we're going to bring that style to whatever it is we're making. So, you know, like Kim is going to have all the pretty frou-frou lace and pink and roses, and that's her style. And mine is whatever landed on the table when I sit down. So, you know, it's kind of like we all have our own thing, and that's what our stuff turns out to be, regardless of what it was started to be.
If everybody was the same, it'd be so flippin' boring.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting closer, y'all. Getting a little excited. And you guys know I'm already getting hungry. My brain is like, woman, you need to eat soon.
Did you not have lunch?
No. And the Hubs was so sweet, and he called up here and asked me. Okay, 1. My gosh, these are so flipping cool. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, again, I pull out exactly 10. That's crazy.
Okay, Riley, they see you.
Hi, Riley.
He's not still on his lunch break, so he's kind of goofy.
See, to me, the people who say, I have no style, your style then is eclectic. Because I think everybody, or variety, whatever you want to come up with as your word. Everybody has that little bit. All right, let me see if I can find a way to do.
Janice, I never thought I had a style.
You do.
Never. I just did what I liked and what I wanted, and other people are telling me I have a style, so I just listen to what they tell me, I guess. I had a comment made to me the other day about a video that I'd done of something I had gotten, and somebody said, I can't wait to see you JP it up.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute.
Oh, wow. So I'm a trendsetter now. Just kidding.
I don't know that I have a style, but I do notice that even when I make cards, everything feels like a junk journal page to me. So,
Yeah.
so everything ends up that way. For me, I like to try a little bit of everything. I'm not great at any one particular thing. I just love to experiment. And so everything is always a test. And rarely do I do the same thing twice, even if I'm cooking. I mean, even
I
my
have a bad habit on some things. I mean, when I make something, I guess I probably do have my own kind of style that I want to do. But if it's a new technique and I try it, sometimes that's all I need is just to try it. And I'm done. I go on to something else.
Me
That's
too.
why I have so many unfinished things, is because, well, I did it. It worked. I can do it. I'm done. Let's go do something else.
You know, that I agree with you. I agree with you. And there could be.
Oh, no, Care. There you are. Are you there? You're muted.
Are you there?
Yep.
Well, I didn't mute it. I wasn't even anywhere near my PC. It's sitting up on a little thing away from me. Isn't that weird? Okay. It'll fit. We've got to be nice and careful. So we're going to put you on the front side so you're in there most safely. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to move the little beads and failing miserably at it. Okay, there we go.
I swear, I can never find anything in this room.
That's because I hid it from you.
I know you did. Now tell me where they're at.
No, because then it just took my fun away from hiding it from you. All right. I'll put these things on the front side. Okay, what did I just grab? All right, the ribbon and this. That'll be what I do next. And if I do more than 3 things, I'm telling you guys, I will forget. So that's why everything's done kind of in 3s. I used to do things bigger, but I can't remember up to 7. Do you guys know that's why the telephone number is 7 digits long? Because that's what the average human can remember at a time. 7 things.
No, Gary's under average.
What?
Hubby's under average. It's over 3 things. He's got to have a list.
Oh, I'm the same way. If it's 3, I need a list. If it's 4, I if I don't have a list, you're not getting it all.
Yep.
And that's why I have lists everywhere. Oh, I accidentally tied a knot down at the bottom here. Hold your britches. Untie yourself. There we go. Your style's disastrous. You know, I actually do think I have a little bit of a particular style, and it's when I describe it, you guys are going to think it's ridiculous. But I love the image of a fairy in a girdle with gears everywhere and beautiful vintage doilies. Take me to the Edwardian era. Natural fibers, as organic as you can find, and then completely and totally urban grunge it up in today's, urban grunge. And I know that doesn't make any sense, but that's how it ends up with my happiest stuff that I love.
Right now, I'm in the mode for doing the grunge in the dark, vintage looking with color.
Oh, I love vintage with color, where it's got like all the bright colors of the vintage times and the vibrant colors and the vibrant textures. This and for me, a lot of my stuff I love the most when I buy it is if it's different, if it stands out as something that you don't normally see.
Mm-hmm.
And like one of my favorite things that I've seen in a long time, a piece of art created by Fiddleston, was her violin. Holy smack of flippin' janolis. That was. Oh, hey there, Nikki. That was so amazing. It knocked my socks off because, you know, she painted on a completely different kind of substrate, you know. One of my favorite pieces of fine art in our house is a person who the substrate is airplane. They put gold leafing in squares, not perfectly aligned. They're all misaligned slightly. And then that person paints over the top of that. And oh my gosh, love it. Just absolutely freaking love it. The artist's name is Guyton. And yeah. And every piece, even if he does something similar from one to another, but every piece is unique. So I love that. All right, my favorite artist of all time is he's if you do you know this? I told you. If anybody could guess who my favorite artist is, he's a little racy. I would tell you what the shape of his pool was, but you know, then you're getting past the PG rated. Do you know who it is?
No, I don't, but now I'm curious. I'm going to collect some racy stuff for a collection.
I actually asked someone who just sold in an auction recently. I asked if she could get some racy stuff. She's already on. And she even sent me some links to some racy stuff, and we won't show it, but we will auction it because I can't wait to see what comes out. And we might even use some washi tape to cover up the risque stuff. I kind of it is Kim. It's funny.
You are real in and out, splotchy in your volume and your sound. Is anybody else hearing that?
That's crazy.
Because it darn well better not be my computer.
No, your computer. Let's see if I sound turned to see if it turns something else. Oh, I see why. It's on the wrong sound thing. Test. It switched to the wrong thing for sound. It shouldn't be capturing it from that thing.
It's a bit better, yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. On here all that time, and it's like that.
Oh, it hasn't been all the time. Maybe it's just from
when the
camera went out.
No, that's so weird.
So we all thought we were going crazy, but it was just you instead.
Yeah, it's just me. I'm the crazy one.
Hi, Robin.
I know, right, Sharon? I sound like a little alien. I wish I could hear myself sounding like an alien.
Oh, well, watch the replay.
Oh, heck no. If you know, it's so funny, and I'm sure I should watch my own replays because then I could improve A, B, or C thing about how I do things. But if I have the time to watch a video, it's not going to be me I'm watching.
Well, I kind of agree with you, and I think I should, you know, but then again, I don't know. I don't want to be, if somebody didn't point out my boo-boos, then I don't want to find them myself, you know? Does that make any sense? I mean, because I know they're there.
Yeah. Well, you know, I originally started my YouTube, so if I forgot how to do something, it'd be a way of me going and relearning how to do it because I didn't remember how I made it, or I didn't remember what the color scheme was or what I liked about it. And so I created this because I got sick of having to relearn how I made my handmade envelopes without a guide. And that was in 2017 at the very end, like November or something. And then it turned into an actual channel that other people watched. So I had to take that into consideration. And then I started the foundation. So I had to take that into consideration. And so, you know, it's not what it originally started out as. All right. They're going to see this and go, what am I going to do with this?
Okay, everybody missed who was your favorite artist? Because you were pretty blotchy.
Oh, it's Salvador Dali.
Yay, Kim, you heard it.
Salvador Dali is my favorite by far, not even a little bit. He's my favorite by far. And I love his work. And it's funny because I even love his collage. If you look at his collage, he really steals people's art doing the collage. Because he samples it when he does it, and all of us all stress about it, and it makes me feel more free in collaging when I look at his. Yeah.
Well, then I must be doing my Dolly art now because this is all out of magazines, so it's sort of somebody else's art, and I just go until it looks like mine.
Exactly, and I love how he did that. You know, he made it his own while sampling other people's beautiful things. And I also love his eccentricity. I mean, he was just all about being over the top, which worked for him because he became famous in his own lifetime. Oops, little pink thing flew off. Do you think the angel bags are even going to realize this is all for the paintbrush? Oh, I don't know.
If they watch the video.
Yeah, maybe I'll put like a little link. Put that in this little bag before I close it up. I'm choosing 3 pink shiny things, 1 pearl, 1 of these little pearl thingies, and 1 button that goes in each one. Oh, the shape of his pool is the shape of a male's anatomy. He was definitely
Hi, Lori.
He was one racy individual. But yep, is the shape of, well, we can just call it a Johnson.
You're showing your age.
What? Oh, that's a good point.
Calling it a Johnson, you're showing your age.
Well, I got to keep it so the Riley in the background isn't listening to me.
I see.
Okay, I have a problem. I thought I counted out 10 pearls, and yet I have 1 left over. I gotta go check and make sure everybody got one.
That's why it took me so long yesterday.
What?
Is myself everything.
What?
It's a double check.
Oh.
And the happy mail, somewhere it was filled out, ready to send, and I can't find it. So somebody may have got two.
Oh, you know, it's so funny that you say that, because half of where I spend my time when I'm invoicing folks is double checking. So that Sunday after a Saturday auction, I am double checking. Yep. It looks like it's this one. So if there ends up being two little pearls in here, then oh well. Look, I can't even find the one I just, oh, there it is, the one I just tossed in there. So maybe I did forget to put one in there. All right, looks like we're almost done. Well, let's put this back into the Pandora bag.
Kim says just put a label on there that says what it is.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. A label with a link to this video. So they can see the labor of love these things are for them. All right, I think I can actually just stack these like I do when I do my papers. You should see the printables this month for the Heartists. Holy smackajanolies. So we have two different digital artists who donated printables to the Heartists. Both of them created 10-page sets. And so I have a stack of paper like this, because even if they're adopted, I'm sending them their printables this month. Because even if they're adopted, I'm also sending the Prima paper this month. Because it just feels right, you know? So, oh my gosh, even this is cute, just layered like that. Isn't that adorable? Oh my gosh, I love doilies. How many of you all love doilies? PG&E rated. That's funny. I just can't get enough of them. Hey, Jean Peter, did you ever do a snippet roll kit?
The kit or a snippet roll?
A snippet roll kit.
And that's what got lost when I sent it to Kim.
Oh, that blows. Okay, so you guys, I just have to tell you some stuff we've learned recently about the mail. So, you know what I can do? Look at this. If I put her on the back side here, she becomes the main event. And I can put everything else on the front side. Okay, so what happened was Jean Peter mailed a bunch of stuff to Kim, including angel bags and everything. And it got full on lost in the mail, so I filed a claim. And when I was filing the claim, it's the only claim I've filed so far, by the way. But we have a bunch of other things that are just delayed and delayed, and just have not been received yet, and are just sitting at some location, in some USPS location. Well, I learned when we filed that claim of the stuff that was going from Jean Peter to Kim, what I learned is that if you mail it media mail and you don't buy extra postage for it, it's not covered. And so that kind of stinks, because the other thing that I was going to file a claim on is stuff that was sent. Oh my gosh, the sticker came off of that. What's up with that? Washi tape to the rescue. So yeah, I just a little upset about that, because I had just done media mail month. Oh my gosh, I can't even see it. And so all that stuff that's sitting in some location, and not in the hands of the person who bought it, it just stinks. What are we saying me to? I already forgot. Oh, I thought you were doing the Uppercase magazines next month. Oh, I almost forgot to put this on the back side. Go now. Back side. Yeah, we should do the uppercase magazines next month if you haven't sent them already. That way it can just go in your packages. It'll save us on shipping.
I should make up another kit and send it to Kim. The kit because she was going to do the video, and I mean, I'm sure without she's got everything she needs, but I may not have the same stuff she has. So,
true.
You know, if I'm going to make the kits, so I'll have to do another one.
I don't have enough sample paintbrushes to send a sample kit out to someone to do. Look at how nice and organized this one looks, whereas the other ones look all discombobulated. No, that would take you out. Yeah, I think it's good to send a sample out for someone to make. Junk with Steph is one of the digital artists that makes the kits for the hardest each month, and she's committed to do 10 pages each month. And she has a design team where one of their design team members creates something just with the hardest kit. And then the hardists don't have to worry about being found out that they're a hardist if they make the kit publicly on a video, because there's a larger version of the kit that's sold. So like the Iris kit was the first month. And then this month they have, oh, I forget the name of the kit this month. Dagnabbit. Well, whatever the name of the kit is this month. Well, you guys, I'm on my last 4, and I am crazy. I'm crazy hungry. So I might be logging off right after this, right after I get done filling these last 4 things. And I also think I also like to take some of the stuff that I make for the angel bags when I have enough and send it to some of the hardists, and some of the stuff that if I make too many for too many hardists, send some in the angel bags. That way it keeps who the hardists are a true secret. So I like to change it up a bit.
I wasn't a kid movie or anything. It's called Idiocracy. It's a movie about, I'm not sure what it is, but basically
they are awesome. The uppercase magazines are absolutely amazing. I can't believe how good the quality of the paper is that's in them. Oh my gosh, 3 more, you guys. So with this said, now that I only have 3 more and I'm crazy hungry, Jean Peter, are you going to stay on or are you going to log off?
I'm going to log off because somebody has to take those packages. Riley can't drive, so.
Oh, okay. I was reading what Kim wrote. Oh, okay, so the rest of them are going out in October if they didn't go out this month already, and the extra stuff that we sent out this month. I gotcha.
Well, people are gone nowadays.
All right. Well, all I've got left to do for this kit is make a little sticker that's going to go on this little bag, and I'll put it on the outside of this bag. It'll have the paintbrush in the back. One of these in each section, and all that stuff hopefully will inspire them to make a fancy pants altered paintbrush. I think it's cute, and that's what it'll look like. And then I'll put a label right here with a link to this video, and then if they watch the whole thing through, they'll know that this was made by a hardist, and that's how she did her paintbrush. And we don't have the face in there, but if you have something, if you draw the face, she used a Prima doll. And There's all kinds of different companies that do faces. Like this one's from my stash, Tim Holtz. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Tim Holtz. It's Dina Wakely Media. So that kind of thing they could do if they wanted to turn their paintbrush into a pretty lady, or they could make it into, 100 different kinds of paintbrushes. If I was to do one, I would do one like this and just blend it like that. And that was how the whole idea started to make this kit to begin with anyway. So with that said, I am about to log off, and I appreciate all of you guys hanging out with me today. All you troublemakers. I'm glad I'm not the only troublemaker in the bunch. And I also like that, the angel bag things feel like limited quantity every time, because when Jean Peter and I make kits, and when Kim, you should do one of your kits live one time, Kim. But when Jean Peter and I do kits, it's a limited supply. When we're done making that kit, nothing's ever going to look like that again.
Well, I have recipes for most of the kits.
That's right. I totally forgot about that. You're much more recipe than me, because this is not going to be a recipe. This is just whatever I wing from my stash, and I'm not going to replace it. But what I could do is just put the word altered paintbrush and make another kit like this at some point,
Yeah, and you don't have to list the exact ingredients. Like, I use 3 doilies and 6 beads and 2 safety pins. It's the basics.
Yeah.
Because even the ones I make, they're not all exactly alike. I may make 50 of them and there's only 2 alike,
That's true. That's true. Knowing myself, though, I'll just go in and put altered paintbrush and put a picture or something in the link if I can. And if I can't do a picture, then I'll figure something out. Maybe we add a sheet in there with pictures and a title underneath.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah. Which means I'll keep one of them not loaded so I can take a picture of it for later. And thank you to Donna Jenkins for donating these paintbrushes. She has a huge box that she donated in addition to the paintbrushes. Thank you to the Hardest who created the altered paintbrush that we're sharing in the kit, because that was awesome inspiration for the Hardest. I mean, for the angels who get the angel bags. Oh, I was about panicked. I thought I only had 2 brushes on the table. And thank you to Gail for the inspiration on this, and Donna Little for some of the supplies that we've included in there, because she sold it to us for such a reasonable cost. All right, everything is in that one. Oh my gosh, one more thing. Oh, I got to see your pictures of the altered paintbrush. Oh my gosh, I so have to see your picture. Sharon, if you're in Kara's Angels, can you just post it? That would be great. Oh, I didn't know Uppercase was published in Canada. Well, that's cool. Oh no, I forgot to put one of these in one of the bags. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right, so the end product. What comes in the little bag? There's some fabric, there's a flower, there's a giant doily, there's bling, and there's this big bunch of kits like that comes in it. And if I take a picture of this, I'll remember. Lay this out a little bit so I remember that we had a few strips of fabric to help them. So this will be my photograph that I take for Eugene Peter in our little kit. She mans that link for us. And I'll use this as my inspiration because I think I could recreate that. And then just put in the additives after. All right, with that said, love and hugs, everyone. You take care, and thank you for joining us throughout the day. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.